Alright guys, hello and welcome back to another episode of Muv-Luv Alternative. I think we're currently talking about why Sumika failed and how we need to fix that because it is bad and we're gonna go on another mission soon. So we do not want to see that happen again, especially since we're infiltrating the hive this time. So yeah, let's see how it goes. That's right, I was thinking back on what you said about the HG-70's weapon capabilities and hoping Sumiko would be alright. Yep. Not in a million years. Would be funny though. I do like Yuko though. She still reminds me of the Tamamin antagonist. Fine by me. Like I said, I was just thinking about how you called the Susanoo's tats an added bonus or whatever. So I guess we're out of leads then. Bro just doesn't remember the Maya scene he had. That's crazy. Oh yeah? Okay, he was only thinking after the first shot. True. Oh right, don't flash it. Don't do it. Let me think. The second shot came shortly after we resupplied and changed formation. Don't do it. It's unbelievable. No matter how long I stare at it, I can't seem to stop gawking. I knew what to expect from Sensei's explanation and the briefing, but seeing it in action is a completely different beast. The place where the monument used to stand has been completely razed, reduced to a crater that's just spitting out thick black smoke. It looks just like a volcano. Don't get me wrong, seeing Mount Tengen erupt from up close was pretty amazing too, but this is far more fearsome than that. This isn't the awesome power of Mother Nature we're witnessing here. This is a highly controlled man-made force of destruction. The thought alone is enough to send a chill down my spine. Speaking of Mount Tengen, god damn it. The Flash, man. What the hell was that back there? Was it a normal fantasy or was it something that really happened? Based on what Yuto-sensei told me in the other world, I apparently lose a huge chunk of my memories every time I loop back to square one. Her theory was that by transferring between worlds, I was able to retrieve some of these scattered memories. If that's the case, then that may well have been a natural memory of mine. Which would imply that, just as I've been rewriting history in this timeline, there may have been other timelines in which I experienced completely different events, timelines I simply don't remember. Forget it. This is no time to be thinking about quantum nonsense. I'll worry about it once the operation's over. Man, I've gotta say, even as an outsider in this world, I was pretty damn relieved to see the cannons just as powerful as advertised. I got it. Good thing you remembered. Yeah, I think I do actually. Sumika must have picked up on that image that flashed into my brain. The other girl she was talking about was Maya. Sensei, I think I know what happened. But how do you stop that though? Since these are just like subconscious memories we have of the timeline, they kind of just pop up. So, you remember how I told you my memories from previous timelines are few and far between, right? Oh geez, I have no idea how to even broach this. Like, if I don't frame it carefully, she's just gonna think I'm having weird fantasies in the middle of battle. So, like, for whatever reason, I sometimes get these random images flashing into my head. I don't know if they're latent memories or daydreams or what causes them, but yeah.
それで
Well, for one, they feel completely different from the memories that come flooding back to me when I saw Sumika back in my world during our transfer experiments. So, like, I don't know if this was actually a memory or just a daydream or what.
それは分かったから
Just trying to be delicate, alright? Okay, well, it was an image of me and Maya, I mean Lieutenant Mitsurugi and, okay, I don't think they actually flashed at that time. Just to be clear, I have no recollection of this ever happening, but oh well.
何よ
But
は
well.
っきりしないわね言いにくいこと
Oh, there it is. God damn it. Kinda, yeah, but basically Lieutenant Mitsurugi and I were... Given who Maya is in this world, I kind of feel like I should be arrested for thought crimes right about now.
ああそういうこと綺麗に言えば大人の関係になったの
There you go. Yep.
大人の関係になってそれなりの行為をしている場面なんかを思い浮かべたってこと
Basically, yeah. It just popped into my head out of nowhere and it was unbelievably vivid.
あんたも余裕あるわねそんな時にそんなこと考えてたの
He knew she would make fun of us. Why do you think I was so hesitant to admit it? Anyway, seeing that big cloud of smoke reminded me of when Mount Tengen erupted in the previous timeline.
ああ吹雪を2機も失ったって言ってたあれね
Yeah, that's it. Once we cut down that cockpit... Sorry, I'm messing it up. Once we cut down the rock, I remember getting trapped with Mia in the cockpit. But I don't remember anything after that.
なるほど思い出話はその辺でいいわ
I wouldn't say I'm being wistful here, but okay.
前のこの世界でミツルギとあんたがどういう関係だったかはさておきその手のことを思い浮かべてたわけね
Right. Was that really a memory from the previous timeline, though? Or was I just having dirty daydreams like any other teenager?
とにかく
I think it's kind of obvious, but okay. But like, do you really think it would have affected her that badly?
あんた本気で人を好きになったことないんじゃない
Huh?
かわいそうにままごとみたいな恋愛しか経験ないのね
That's none of your business.
あのね愛情は人間の持つ感情の中で最もネガティブな行動に結びつきやすいのよ捨てられて自殺したり相手を刺し殺したり恋愛が殺人に発展するケースは珍しくない
I
で
mean,
しょ
sure. It's a little extreme, but I guess our relationship is kind of extreme to this point with her, with Sumita. I mean, sure, I'll give you that, but that's only in the most extreme cases.
そこまでじゃなくても
That's what I was
恋
saying.
人と別れた後落ち込んで何にも手につかなくなるケースなんてザラでしょ
Sure, yeah.
おそらく彼女が抱いているベータへの憎悪と嫉妬が拮抗した結果オーバーフローを起こしたのね
So then, you think my thoughts are what caused the Susanoo to...
まあそういう考え方もあるわね
Yeah, I talked about this last time. It's technically his fault, but like, what can you really do about that? You know? It's like an accident. But like, it's his fault. But he shouldn't sweat it. So it's my fault that Kashiwagi and Captain Isumi are dead, because he couldn't really prevent it. It just happened.
そこまで
He's just the cause of it, but still. Huh?
何また逃げ出す前のうじうじくんに逆戻り
No, but...
結果を出せば救われる世界があるなら細かい感情にその都度向き合うのはやめるって言ってなかったあんたにしかできないことをすべて終わらせてから盛大に泣きわめくとかかっこいいこと言ってたわよね
We already broke that promise when we tried to, Isumi on that conference call, but... That's alright. And I won't, but still.
素晴らしいことじゃない。あんたは短期間でとんでもない成果を上げたのよ。
Whenever she looks like this, I don't know why, it's just the angle, but she looks like kind of stuffed. Huh?
つまり、00ユニットは恋
Looks
愛
like a
感情を
different
ヒットす
person
るまでの
with a
人
different
間らしさを
face.
獲得したのよ。あんたはたった10日足らずで00ユニットをそこまで調律したんじゃない。その結果、あんたが望む人類の勝利はもう絵空事じゃなくなったのよ。なるほど。そういうことだったのね。だからそこまで精密なリーディングができたんだわ。
I mean, class had taught her saving the world. With Sumita and the OS, we're just popping off. Sensei seems pretty elated right now, but according to Kasumi, she's suffering on the inside too. Or was that a misread?
何をしけた顔して。あんたの手柄なのよ。もっと嬉しそうにしなさいよ。彼女が人間らしくなることはあんたにとっても喜ばしいことでしょうね。
But if I hadn't let that one stupid thought into my mind, then Operation 21st would have been a total success, and Tashwadi and the captain wouldn't have had to die. But again, it just like popped up. It's not like he was actively thinking about it, so like you literally couldn't do anything about it. Hell no, I'm not gonna celebrate. They just died yesterday. I'm not the kind of person who can just switch my emotions on and off like that.
じゃあ聞くけど、あんたがそれを思い浮かべなかったら、イスミたちは本当に死ななかったの？
Possibly? Because then the Susanoo would be active. Isumi wouldn't have to go to the cockpit and try to reactivate it. I guess you can't really, like, say, like, everyone would be alive with 100% certainty, but what happened definitely wouldn't have happened, so... How am I supposed to know?
じゃあ、自分が原因かもしれないから嫌なんだ。相変わらずね。
I have changed. I'm not running away from my guilt anymore. I'm the one who killed Marimo-chan and hurt Sumita in the other world, and I'm responsible for the deaths of Sergeant Jinguji and countless other surface pilots in this one. I still think Yuko's probably more responsible for Jinguji's death in this world, but it's alright. And whether she was just a brain or not, I was still directly involved in the murder of this world's Sumita. I'm not gonna pretend I didn't have a hand in all that. But I'm not like you, Sensei. I can't just move past a tragedy that only happened yesterday. You're the one who told me I shouldn't throw away my emotions. Can't I have even one day to mourn the loss of my comrades? I'm acting perfectly normal in front of everyone else.
あんたがそれを思い浮かべず、イスミたちが死ななかったとしたら、死んでたのはあんただったかもしれないわね。
Why? I mean, sure, anything is possible, but the way she said it is it's likely that we would have died.
あんたを起点に無限
Maybe?
に分岐するはずの確率軸
Maybe
が
not.
閉じてしまっているのよ。あんたはこの世界で死んだら、また
True.
時間遡って10月からやり直しなのよ。
And we won't remember it again. I know.
次のやり直しが今回より絶対にうまくいく保証はないのよ。
I'm not hoping for another reset, believe me. I have to settle this now before this world's causality completely overwrites the other timeline and kills everyone. But I suppose she does have a point, come to think of it. Even if I handled all these events perfectly by utilizing my memories from this time, I'd probably accelerate certain things in unpredictable ways with consequences I can't even imagine. And there's no way to know whether I could adapt to those outcomes. I might wind up getting even more people killed in the process. And it's not like I retain any memories of people dying from the last loop. Hell, I don't even remember my own death, so I obviously can't expect myself to prevent these sorts of events. But it's not just that either. If I'd somehow known all those people were going to die during the XM3 trials, would I still have been able to tell Sensei about the beta surfacing in Niigata? Would I have been able to stand back and let people die for the good of Alternative 4? That's right, as long as I'm supporting Alternative 4, there's one crime I can never avoid. No matter how many times I loop back around, I'll have to let Sumika die so she can become the 00 unit.
前に話したわね。00ユニットの組対候補者に最も求められる適性のこと。
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I remember.
その程度の任務で死ぬような因果を持った人間に人類の未来は任せられないのよ。運とか言われてるものを因果律量子論的に言えば、各個人に先天的に備わっているより良い確率分岐する未来を引き寄せる能力に他ならない。
Choose your own luck. Naturally lucky.
大脳の西洋領域で受け取り、無意識のうちに的確な行動を選択して正解である世界を選び取る能力なのよ。
Yeah, you did.
今私たちが生きている時間は00ユニットの組対候補者だったイスミが選び得た最良の未来なのよ。偶然命を落としたわけじゃなく、イスミが自らの死を選択することでこの世界を今の状態にしたのよ。日本を救ったとかどうとか、イスミの死はね、あんたが考えてるようなちっぽけなものじゃないの。勘違いしないで。
So this is the best possible future, huh? Okay, I get what they're saying, kinda. But it's just hard to imagine how this future is possibly, like, better than a future where the Susanoo didn't fall. I mean, maybe something bad could have happened. I guess the beta were still, like, tunneling to the mainland at that time, right? So maybe things should have went worse? I don't know. Well, alright then. Even if I retried this 1,000 times, I still end up watching people die, so I might as well make this the last loop.
表に出さなくたって、ヤシロも彼女もあんたの気持ちが見えてしまうのは分かってるんでしょ?
I do. I just hurt Kasasumi's feelings a little while ago because of that.
前にも言ったわね。これはガキにはできない仕事だって。
I know.
ここのところのあんたは確実に精神的な成長を見せているわ。だけど気を許さないで。人様なら許されるちょっとした甘えやささやかな自分への褒美なんて贅沢。私にもあんたにも許されないのよ。
Sorry, you're right. I was being stupid. I'm going to finish things this time around no matter what. Not that that wasn't the plan all along, of course. I'm going to break out of this endless space-time loop now before it ever happens again.
そうしてちょうだい。
And on that note, once this war is over, I'm gonna have a favor to ask of you.
何かしら?
I want your assistance.
どういう意味?
If I ever want to find what made me a causality conductor to begin with, I'm gonna need your help. Once I find and eliminate that, I'll be able to save all of the worlds I've effectively doomed. I don't care if I ever get back, or if I ever get to go back to my own world. As long as I can fix it, that's good enough for me.
ずいぶん信用してもらってるみたいだけど、いいの?
I mean, to be fair, who else is gonna help us? No one knows the tech like you.
私は最後まであんたに本当のことを言わないかもしれないのよ。
That doesn't matter to me. I've made up my mind. Please help me get rid of whatever it is that made me a causality conductor.
わかったわ。
Sensei.
あんたが死んだらやり直しなんて世界、どっちみちどうにかしなきゃならないものね。
Thank you so much.
いいのよ。こっちはこっちで勝手に動くから。
Well, I still appreciate it.
成果を出してからきちんと要求を言う。本当に 一発の男っぽくなってきたじゃない。
Well, I wouldn't go that far. You saw the way I started whining just now.
じゃあまたしてもお互いの利害が一致したところで現状の対処に戻りましょう。
Okay.
まず異常劣化の原因は彼女の嫉妬と見て。
And how do we possibly fix this? If Sensei is that positive about it, then I guess that must mean all her other functions were working exactly as they were supposed to.
彼女がこれ以上白金のイメージを拾っておかしくならないようにすることが先決ね。
Sounds good.
彼女があんたをリーディングできないようにしましょう。
Ooh. I don't know if she'll like that, though. Right, with the ribbon you mean, like before?
ここまで安定していれば逆にその方がいいでしょう。他人の心が見えてしまうことは決して
I mean, that'll do it if you can do that. Kind of forgot about that. Yeah, you're probably right. Whether that image was real or not, the fact of the matter is that it freaked Sumika out. This is the only way to ensure the same thing doesn't happen during our next mission. Of course, not being able to show her how I feel anymore is going to present its own set of difficulties, I'm sure.
ついでに白金の周囲にいる人物も片っ端からリーディング制限に加えるわ。
Probably fair. Huh? Why would we ever need to, or why would we need to do that?
あんたがそうしたようにミツルギたちだって妄想するかもしれないでしょ。
Oh yeah, and they could pop up too. Subconsciously. Yeah, that's a good point. Actually. I don't know.
わかんないわよ。恋愛感情はともかくあの子たちだって女だからね。
I didn't see it all in Unlimited, but we did get with all of them at one point, so good plan. Don't flash it. Yeah, I guess she's right. And I can't exactly deny the possibility given what popped into my own head yesterday. Sumitra could read that sort of thing from anybody. As long as there's the slightest chance Mia could imagine something similar, we have to take the necessary precautions.
ま、冗談はさておき、あんたを通じてあっちの世界からの記憶が流入している可能性も無視できないわ。
Oh, good point.
本人がその記憶を自覚してなくても、
Oh yeah,
彼女が拾
okay.
ってしまう場合
Yeah,
が
if it's
ある。
entering this world. Sure. Yeah, definitely. That's far more likely, I'd say. She could easily misunderstand things if she saw Maya living under my roof, or me and class rep getting all serious in our one-on-one talks. When was that? Oh, maybe an extra?
どうせリーディング制限するなら、この機会に彼女を舞台に配属しましょう。欠員も出たし、ちょうどいいわ。
Yes, yes. I mean, that's what I was saying before when they said we'll have a new member. I thought it was already planned, but apparently we're just deciding it now. Huh? You want Sumitra in our squadron?
調律の次の段階としては最適じゃない。あんたの周囲に女がいる環境に彼女を慣れさせるのよ。
That's what I wanted before, but I guess it was probably just too early to introduce her when I wanted it before, like, Operation 21st. Well, maybe so, but are you sure that's a good idea?
何が？
I mean, if she reacted that badly to this sudden flashback, don't you think this might make things worse?
だから何が？
I mean, yeah, if we're blocking her from reading their minds, it should be fine, right? Well, she's already seen that image of me and Maya, right? So if she were to meet me in person, scrapping?
あんたが誤解だって分からせたんでしょ？
We did, so it should be fine. But you never know, I guess, right? Yeah, I did, but can't we just prevent her from reading their minds and leave it at that?
あんたってほんと女心が分かってないわね。
Huh? What do you mean?
常に観測することで白金を身近に感じていたのに、それが急にできなくなるのよ。
So we're doing this to keep her closer to you. Okay.
心が
As a
全て見えてい
replacement.
たからこそ安心できた部分があるんじゃないかしら。 彼女の精神に与える影響を考えれば、物理的な距離を
No, this
縮め
made
ること
sense.
で
I didn't
バラン
even
スを
think of
取ら
this
ざるを得ない
aspect,
じゃない。
but yeah, this is good. Yeah, it's kind of hard to argue with that. Exactly, it's just good
そ
logic.
れにもう一つ重大な予防効果が期待できる。
Huh? What else could there be?
仮にどんな物好きが舞台にいたとしても、白金と彼
Hey,
女の
why are
仲
you
睦まじい
dissing?
姿を見せつけておけば、さすがに自重するでしょ。
Are you awful taste, huh? Yeah, it's, sheesh, no need to be rude.
何よ。そうなったとしても、あんたが困る理由は特にないわよね。
Of course not. I already told you I don't feel that way about any of them. This time. In this timeline, at least.
まあ、舞台配属は今日明日ぐらいの様子を見てからだけど。その前に、白金が彼女とやっちゃえばいいのよ。
What the hell are you trying to say?
何って。彼女を一時的にでも安心させるた
Oh
め
yeah,
の
just
合理的
be
な
your
解決策を
boyfriend.
提示よ。
I mean, we might as well. Just, yeah, that's true. That would stabilize her worries if we asked her out officially. Yeah, I mean, I realize that, but still.
作り物に感情移入できるあんたなら十分やれそうだと思ったんだけど。
That's not even the issue here. I mean, it's not like you would have equipped her with such pointless functionality to begin with, right?
無駄な機能。あんたね。
No, she has to be as human as possible. Wait. Oh, my bad. They're talking about intercourse. I thought they were talking about fucking just like officially being boyfriend and girlfriend. No, they're talking about intercourse. I didn't get that until you said that. Duh. Okay, I mean that also works, I guess. But yeah, Yuto did say that she needs to be as human as possible and have like the most human function, so it made sense, I guess, that she would implement that. Though it is kind of weird. Yeah, I have, but like if you are like a perfect imitation of a human, it would probably fuck you up if you don't have your private parts. Like it might be like a weird mental block. Exactly. Though I think they removed... Didn't they say they removed pooping? You don't have to poop. I mean, that's one function. I think all humans would probably like to be obsolete. Aha.
00ユニットがあの姿形をしていることにはちゃんとした意味があるのよ。
あんなに柔らかく体温まで再現する意味はないじゃないですか。
人間にとって自分の容姿は最も根源的なアイデンティティなのよ。存在するべき期間がなくなると脳の生理バランスが崩れ精神崩壊を起こし、最終的には人間だった部分は死んでしまうのよ。00ユニットに外見だけじゃなく人間と寸分たがわない疑似器官や生体機能を与えられているのはそういう理由。性欲は三大本能の一つで、
True, true. It would be fucked up if she could feel that desire but just couldn't like act on it. That might like really fuck someone up, right? Right, I guess I forgot. That's the same reason they made it so that she can eat food and even taste the flavors.
さすがに子供を作ることはできないけどね。
What? Okay, that's kind of crazy.
バイタルデータをモニターされているのが恥ずかしいの？気にしなければ大丈夫よ。残るのは数値だけだし。
Did I read that right? She said she can bear
これは男の仕
children?
事だって言ったでしょ。そういうこともひっくるめて言ったつもりだけど。
Not to imply. Okay, okay. I thought I read that wrong. I definitely read that wrong. I was like, how does that work? But okay, made sense, made sense. Yeah, no peeping. No, it's not that. It's just that it was really critical for me to do this. Alright, sure. A man's job.
まあ、無理にやれって言ってるわけじゃないから、彼女にとって必要だと判断したらそうしなさい。
Okay, yeah, I understand.
じゃあ早速取り掛かるわ。 リーディング制限の準備が整い次第、彼女を部隊配属するから。
Nice. Okay.
彼女の面倒や周囲のフォロー、よろしくね。
Will do. I'm honestly shocked that Sumika would get that messed up over some weird fantasy or memory, or whatever it was. I get what love can do to a person, but I still feel like it was a pretty extreme reaction. Sumika's probably still not able to think logically about people's relationships with each other. That might be why it affected her so badly. It's just like Yuto-sensei and Kasumi said, her personality might be stabilizing, but there are still parts of it that aren't fully developed. We can't know for certain until she's fully recovered, but is it really safe to let her meet the rest of the unit when she's like this? It should be fine if we can restrict her reading abilities, I guess, but I'm still a little nervous. I can't just sit around worrying about it, though. We can't afford to screw this up this next mission, and after that we're going straight for the OG hive. If we can destroy the enemy HQ, then victory will finally be within humanity's grasp. This is the future the captain gave her life to realize. I'm sure as hell not gonna let it go to waste. Oof. Who slapped me? Good old Toyozuka. Miss Toyozuka, good to see you too. Not a scratch on me, huh? Pretty sure she said that same sort of thing when I came back from the other world. It's that she's always here to welcome me back whenever I return from any journey, no matter how perilous. It really makes me feel at home. Sweet, thanks. By the way, were the others here already? She must be talking about the hunter medal we placed at the edge of the training ground to serve as Sergeant Jinluji's grave. Gotcha, I think I'm gonna head over there later myself. Miss Kyozuka. Those were first names of Isumi and Kashiwagi. I'm pretty sure Haruko is Kashiwagi's first name, but I'm not sure. Pretty sure. Miss Kyozuka's seen hundreds of surface pilots off into battle, and been here to welcome back those who survived and mourn those who didn't. After several years of that, she's probably stronger than any surface pilot out there. I'm sure she's grieving just as much as the rest of us on the inside. Yeah, I had to go see Yuto-sensei. Wanna grab a seat, Suzumiya? Okay, I was right. Naturally, of course. I'm never wrong. Surely. Oh, gotcha. Right, I didn't even think about that. Everyone else who graduated with Suzumiya is gone. Some synthetic OJ. I'll have the deep fried synthetic whale special. Come on, give the whale, man. My dad tried whale. It was like whale sashimi in Japan. Tomi was kind of ass. I wish I tried it though when I was over there. Whoa, 2 entrees. I don't know about that. Huh? Is rice really an entree though? It's usually just part of an entree. Huh, you don't say.
だからさっきみんなが食べたのも同じ。タイとハルコの分も食べろって大盛り。
So you gotta eat it. It's spiritual, you know? Oh, so it's not just me then.
そういうこと。さあ飲み物さっさと決めなよ。
So this is Miss Kyozuta's way of coping, huh? Okay, I'll have some synthetic green tea.
あいよ。すぐやるから待ってな。
Not the biggest lamb guy. I don't hate it though. I feel like I know more people who hate lamb than I do. I like a nice little lamb with some mint jelly. Miss Kyozuta, but it's not my favorite.
ね
I have it like once a
え、
year.
知ってた？
Huh? No, about what?
おばちゃん、誰かが戦死するたびにこうやって死んだ仲間の好物を舞台の人に
That's
食べ
nice.
させるんだよ。
Honoring them. Oh wow, no, I didn't know that.
城がね、神宮寺軍曹の時は前線任務だったから初めてだよね、こういうの。
Right.
神宮寺軍曹の時はね、合成豚角煮定食だった。
Now, pork belly. I don't know a person who doesn't like pork belly, unless you just don't like pork in general. Pork belly is fucking delicious. Don't know about about the synthetic version, but normal pork belly is goated. Huh, so that was the sergeant's favorite then.
おばちゃん、あの時戦死した築地ってこの好物と一緒に私たちにも合成豚角煮定食出してくれたんだ。
Yeah, double meals.
A01 部隊は全員軍曹の教え子だから特別だよって言ってね。おばちゃんのああいう気持ちってすごく嬉しいよね。
Oh, maybe not a double meal? Maybe later on. Oh yeah, two. Okay, yeah, double meal.
はいよ。待たせたね。
Whoa, that was fast.
バカにするんじゃないよ。注文はわか
How
って
do you
んだ。
even cook synthetic
あん
food?
た一人分ぐらいわけないよ。
Wonder if you'd cook it just normally like the normal food. But since she did it so fast, maybe it's just a different process. You specifically cooked 2 portions for me though.
なんだいなんだい。二人ともしんみりしてさ。
She looks pretty happy. We're not really,
そうだよ。ちょっといい話してただけだってば。
言い訳するんじゃないよ。みちるちゃんもはるこちゃんも頑張ったんだろ。だったらパーッと騒いで送り出すぐらいの気持ちでいてやんな。
don't you think that's going a bit too far?
いいんだよ。あんただって自分が死んだ時みんなが暗く落ち込んでたら嫌だろ。
I mean, I'd like them to be a little sad, maybe. Oof.
何情けないこと言ってるんだよあんたは。
I'm just saying. Duh, Miss Kyozuka, I was just kidding. Take it easy on me, would ya?
おや、そうだったのか。やだね、あんたの冗談は分かりにくいんだよ。
Ouch. The what? My back?
そうそう。そうやって笑ってるのが一番だよ。
Yeah, sure. Laugh it up.
さあさあ、とっとと持ってって冷めないうちにお食べよ。残したら承知しないよ。
Yeah, I know.
ねえ、城がね、
What's up?
機密事項だったら答えなくていいんだけどさ。
Whoa, whoa. What are you talking about?
あのさ、白金と三剣は春子と一緒だったでしょ。
Kind of? Yeah.
春子と最後にどんな交信したのかなって気になってさ。
Right. Suzumi and the others broke off from us long before all that went down. She got the chance to say her goodbyes with Captain Izumi, but never had that chance with Kashiwagi. I still feel horrible for having to leave her back there, but she did make the right decision. She did what was best for the mission, for humanity, for the captain, and for her family. I have to tell her she deserves to know.
だけど任務に支障がない限り、それが誰であっても、私は助けるから。
Even if Suzumiya hates me for letting Kashiwagi go, it's the right thing to do.
別に辛かったら無理に話さなくていいんだよ。
No, it's fine. Kashiwagi was amazing out there. Her jump unit was damaged during combat and started leaking propellant.
そうだったんだ。
She told us to go on without her because she would only slow us down.
春子らしいね、それ。
Yeah, I remember you guys arguing about this exact scenario too.
もうそれはいいじゃない。それで続きは？
Maya offered to let her ride in her TSF, but Kashiwagi said it would just be a waste of time. And she reminded Maya that it was her job to protect me first and foremost.
それも春子らしいな。
She told us not to worry, and she'd just hitch a ride in the captain's TSF before heading back the way we came. To be honest, I was pretty pissed off at her at the time, started yelling at her and everything. But in retrospect, I think that going back was her way of making sure we had no reason to hesitate. No, I'm positive.
そうだね。私もそう思うよ。
And to think that just a few days ago, she was telling us that we shouldn't save anyone who got cut off from the team if it meant compromising the mission. And yet off she went, back to protect the captain. First Lieutenant Suzumiya told me that Kashiwagi was instructed to escape on her own after the beta surrounded the Susanoo. But she ignored her orders and waited for the captain, and that's when she died. Can you believe that? And you know what she said to me just moments before? She said, "Mitsurugi, the mission comes first. I'm your senior officer, and this is an order."
ずるいよ。春子。
Now we're both crying. I don't know if I'd say that, but man, she was a show-off to the bitter end, huh?
そうだね。
She really was incredible, wasn't she?
すごい勝手だ。
Ha ha ha. You okay?
白がね。ありがとう。春子のこと教えてくれてありがとう。
Hey, don't mention it.
ごめん。私行く。
Huh?
もう無理。一人で泣く。
Fair enough. Come on, Suzumiya, that's not fair. You can't just take off after putting me in this mood. Damn it. Sad days.
あれ、タケルじゃない？あ、本当だ。
Hmm?
タケル！
Oh, hey guys. It's the squad.
夕食大変だったわね。副司令のお話が長くなったのであろう。
I thought you guys were out visiting Sergeant Jinguji's grave.
ええ、そうよ。私たちの本当の偉人の報告にね。ごめんなさい。タケルさんを待っていたんですけど。
That's fine. These things always take forever. So you guys would have been sitting around all afternoon.
あれ？タケル目が赤いよ。もしかしてない？タケル、そなた。
Huh? God damn it, now look what you did, Suzumiya. No, not even. You're just seeing things.
元気だしな。
Well, what about you guys? Your noses are all stuffed up too, you know?
そんな。
すごく泣いてた。絵師失格。
あやみね。あなたね。
Man, Ayamne didn't waste a second before stabbing her in the back.
最初こそは良かったのだが、タイや柏木の思い出話に入ったあたりから、みんな表情が怪しくなってな。
I see, so they were trying to mourn the surface pilot way.
三剣の話が致命的だった。
そうですね。あそこからですね。
What did Maya say? There's no way she started talking about her in the show then, right?
メイヤさんが最後にタイから言われた言葉や、春子さんとの別れ際の話を聞いてたら。
Come on, don't make yourselves cry again.
たけるさん、そのくらい仕方ないじゃないですか。
Oh wow, Tom actually snapped at me for once. I don't think she's actually mad, but still. You're right, sorry, I know how that goes.
考えてみるがよい。タイが私たちの上官だったのは、たったの2週間ほどでしかなかったのだ。だが、最後の通信で皆に
The sad Tama T
私たち
pose.
一人一人の問題点を的確に指摘していたであろう。
You know it's depressing when she whips that out. Yeah, pretty crazy.
神宮寺軍曹からの申し送りがあったとしても、それ以上に私たちを見てくれていたってことよ。だってあれはタイ自身の言葉だったわ。
Yeah, I think so too.
私はあの言葉のすべてがタイ自身の経験に基づくものだと思えてならん。経験に基づく言葉というのは一般論や正論にはない重さを感じるものだ。タイの言葉にはそれがあった。
I guess that means Captain Isumi wasn't always such a role model herself, huh?
でもそれを努力で克服したってことでもあるよ。
Definitely. The captain always came off as the kind of person who was perfect from the day she was born. But maybe it took a lot more effort to get there than we gave her credit for. She did sort of hint at that from time to time, come to think of it. I guess I just assumed she was being modest.
少なくとも5年後までに私たちがカイと同じくらいになっていないと顔向けできないって話になって。
Why 5 years?
タイは僕たちより5歳年上でしょ。だからそれまでに追いつかなきゃってね。
Fair enough, sure.
まあ、そんな話をしているうちに。
It's a lot of time to improve. Gotcha. Well, funny thing is, I went through something pretty similar just now.
こっちも
Yeah, I was just telling Suzumiya about the last time we saw Kashiwagi. I was trying to keep a straight face, but once I heard Suzumiya getting all choked up, I couldn't hold it back anymore.
あかね。
She was trying so hard not to cry that I started to tear up too.
柏木は同期で任官した A 分隊で最後の一人だったからな。柏木の私物整理するって言ってたしね。じゃあ結局タケルも泣いたんじゃないか。
Maybe, but she's the one who made me.
男らしくないな。
It's her fault, not mine.
何あかねさんのせいにしてるんだよ。
そうですよ。鈴宮さんかわいそうですよ。
I wasn't saying it was her fault, I'm just telling you what happened.
それが真実であれ、そこは男としてそなたが被るべきだと鎧は言っているのだ。
Okay, man, whatever.
そうそう。
Ugh,
まあいいじゃない。
it doesn't matter.
実践しようとしてのことなんだから、今日ぐらい仕方ないでしょ。
Class rep.
そうだね。
Whoa, Ayamne's agreeing with her.
じゃあ私は部屋に戻るわ。みんなお疲れ様。白金もまた明日からの特殊任務頑張ってね。
Yeah, thanks.
おやすみなさい。
おやすみなさい。
Good night.
僕もそろそろ行こうっと。せっかくの休みだし。って言ってももう夜だけどね。
私も行く。 明日から訓練始まるし。
そうですね。みつるぎさんは？
私は茶を一杯飲んでいく。少し冷えたからな。
See you guys tomorrow then.
おやすみ。
おやすみなさ
茶を取ってくる。ここに座ってよいか？
Do you really have to ask? You know the answer is yes.
そうか。
I'm not sure if what I saw back then was a memory or a fantasy, but it still feels kind of odd for being alone with her right now. Of course, it really doesn't matter which it was. Mia's a great person, and I have a ton of respect for her, but I just can't see myself being with her like that. I love Sumika, that's all there is to it.
気づいたか、タケル。
Notice what?
あの者たちの変化だ。
I know, right? You thought so too? Tama was making a distinct effort to let her voice be heard, and it seemed like Class Rep was being way more open-minded.
あやみねも会話に参加しようとしていたし、鎧も話の流れをよく見ていたな。
Yeah, the Makoto thing's crazy, man. She's locked in. Yeah, and the old Ayamne never would have admitted to crying like that either.
ああ、
And when she didn't hesitate to agree with Class Rep like that, man, I was completely flabbergasted.
使い慣れない
No
言
one
葉
says
を用いて表
flabbergasted.
現したくなるほどの驚きだったわけだ。
It doesn't even exist in this world. It's alright, it shouldn't exist in this world either, in our world. No one uses flabbergasted, man. You kidding me? It is funny though. Maybe I should try to use it more. Because I was, dude. Heck, I'm still a little blown away. I know the 12-5 incident and Sergeant Gucci's death were a bit turning point for our team too, but I feel like even those events didn't affect them this dramatically.
そうだな。
Man, I guess Captain Isumi's final words really did leave a huge impression on them. Everyone's working so hard to change themselves now, they didn't even try to use their grief as an excuse to put it off. That's the words of Captain Isumi at work, I guess. Even I got some good advice from her.
確かにそうだが、やはりあの2つの事件があった上でのことであろう。
Because they put us in the right frame of mind to take her words to heart, you mean?
そうだな。私はそれだけではないと思うが、
Only a part?
125事件や神宮寺軍曹の事件はいずれも私たちが巻き込まれる側にいた。
Yeah, you're right.
自分の力ではどうしようもない流れの中で、身近なもの、そうでないものを問わず、多くの者たちが落命していったのだ。それについて己の力不足をいくら悔やもうが、個人の力だけではどうにもならない部分がほとんどであったのだ。そういった状況を打開できるほどの力を自分が持つには、どれだけの歳月がかかるのか、それが可能なのか。そう考えたとすれば、無意識に諦めに似た思いを抱いても不思議ではない。
So basically, you think we kinda got smacked down by reality.
まあ、そういう言い方もできような。
You never seem too fazed by either of those incidents, but I guess that's because you've lived your whole life grappling with the same kind of doubts. At the very least, they've always been lurking somewhere in the corners of your mind. That's why when you were able to take Her Highness's place when the Shogunate was... Or that's why you were able to take Her Highness's place when the Shogunate was in real danger. That's why you were willing to sacrifice your own body when I was having the total mental breakdown, even though you'd already lost everything yourself. God, you really do blow me away.
高21号作戦での特にイスミ大尉の死は本質的な意味が違う。
Right, I see what you mean. Instead of getting killed in battle or something, she actually chose to die of her own free will.
そうだ。ある意味では状況に翻弄されながらも、自らの選択によって状況を打開し、その後の流れを変えたのだ。
Yep.
いかに大尉とて一介の兵士に過ぎないのは事実だ。だが、そういった力なき立場にあっても、状況を変えうるのだということを大尉は示したのだ。
And you think that's what motivated everyone to change?
その前にもう一つ。ここからが私の言う、それだけではない部分なのだが、
What's the other part then?
あの者たちは立て続けに起きた2つの事件で現実に打ちひしがれた。それによってもともと持っていた自らが戦う理由が揺らいだのだと思う。
Made sense. In my case, all I had to lean on was some vague notion that I was helping to bring about humanity's victory.
だが、あれほど動揺していたそなたが単独任務に赴いたことは、あの者たちへの奮起を促した。そなたが単独任務に赴いた後、皆で集まって話をする機会があってな。
Huh?
皆そなたに負けぬよう、己の心を鍛え直すと言っておった。
They all said that?
そしてそなたが戻るまでの間、死を失った同じ悲しみを共有する仙人たちと接し、教えを請ううちに、あの者たちはもっと明確で具体的な自らが戦う理由をも見つけたに違いない。
That's great.
だからこそ、イスミ大尉の挺身から多くを学び、あのような形となって現れたのであろう。
Man, Maya never ceases to impress me. She's known what she was fighting for from the start, so it must have been crystal clear to her that the rest of us were struggling to find our own motivation. So in that sense, maybe we finally caught up to her level, or at least gotten a little closer to it. You know, come to think of it,
なんだ？
the night before the operation, I had a kind of a similar discussion with Captain Isumi right before you got there. Well, we mostly just talked about our own personal motivations for fighting, so I guess it's not entirely the same thing.
大尉が戦う理由か。差し支えなければ私も知りたいな。
Well, basically she told me about the study the Americans did on soldiers from World War II and onwards, in which they asked what each of them were fighting for and got some pretty surprising answers. I figured most of the people would have said they were fighting for their country or family or something, but I was wrong. Apparently it didn't matter whether they were fighting Beta or other people. The vast majority of soldiers fought to keep their comrades in arms alive.
戦友のため。
You got it. They wanted to protect the people who'd been through hell and high water with them. Once you get on the battlefield, thinking about your family or your country isn't enough to keep you going. You need a more personal reason, something more immediate.
身近な理由か。
Yeah, and the more I think about it, the more I realize I've been through the same dilemma myself in a way, though it's not a perfect example. During the 12-5 incident, when humanity's victory was the only thing I was fighting for, I couldn't even give the children the triazolum she needed. I knew full well that it was the correct choice, that it would give us a chance to wrap up the mission quickly and without further casualties. If I knew that doing nothing would put our whole squad and everyone else involved in danger. I knew I should have done it, whatever it took, to put an end to that stupid infighting as quickly as possible, but I just couldn't do it. It wasn't because I had some other plan or because she was the shogun or anything. I saw the humanity with my own two eyes, for crying out loud, and yet I saw the end of humanity with my own two eyes. It was just as soon as I realized I might be directly responsible for a young woman's death, I had no idea what to do.
そうか。
Though to be fair, that probably had more to do with me being a shitty soldier than what we're talking about now. But the point is, you gotta have an incredible amount of resolve to get by on nothing but vague, abstract sources of motivation. Unless your mind's built like a tank, you're gonna have to rely on more specific and tangible goals. That's why people who can fight for such broad goals are so awe-inspiring to me. People like Yuto-sensei, the Shogun, and Lieutenant Tsukiyomi, Captain Sudiri, and Major Walken. Not to mention the fathers of the other girls from our squad. And of course, people like you, Maya.
よせ、 そこに名を連ねることを良しとするほど私は高顔ではない。
But you never wavered the way the rest of us did. Your motivations have been set in stone from the start.
私はそうやって生きるしか術がなかっただけだ。
Doesn't matter. You never once doubted that reason for fighting, and I still looked up to you for that.
それは光栄だが、いすみ大尉に私がいただいた言葉、そなたも聞いておったであろう。
I did.
私は抜き身の刀だそうだ。
Yeah, I've gotten that impression from you too. You always seem really intense in combat especially.
刀とは収まっている時が最も威力があるものなのだそうだ。
Because it gives the user more options, right?
私は視野の狭さもそうだが、生き様もまた狭いのだ。先ほども言ったが、恥ずかしながらそのような生き方しか知らないのだ。
Come on, you know that's not what the captain was trying to tell you.
分かっている。警護リストから抹消されたことを大尉は気にかけてくださったのだ。用済みとなった私が死に場所を求めて戦うのではないかと心配してくださったのだ。そなたも同様だったな。
So she could tell, huh?
だが心配には及ばぬ。
Huh?
警護リストから抹消されたことで、私はやっと己の戦いを許される立場となったのだ。
Maya.
無論これまで心に置いていた戦う理由がブレるものではないが、だが私も遅まきながらそなたの言う身近な戦う理由とやらを見つけようと思う。
I'm glad to hear it.
一日も早く皆に追いつけるようにな。
Man, I was completely off base here. I always thought Mia was way ahead of us all, but she felt exactly the opposite. I can definitely understand why she might see her lack of personal reason to fight as a disadvantage.
いすみ大尉が戦う身近な理由とはいかなるものであったのだろうな。私ももっと大尉と話す機会をいただけばよかったな。
Okay, I know this is super private information, but Mia's really trying to take a step forward here. You understand, right, Captain? The captain told me at first she was fighting for a chance to see the man she loved again.
大尉が
She was the second of 4 sisters, and all of them were in love with the same childhood friend of theirs. Crazy.
幼なじみ。
It's a lucky die, man. But apparently he was so dense that none of them were able to make any headway, and I think that must have made it even more frustrating to be apart from him. But according to her, that all fell to the wayside after a while. Soon enough, she found herself fighting primarily to protect her comrades, just like in the study. She never forgot her ultimate goals of humanity's victory or alternative for success, but when she started racking up combat experience, her motives began to shift. Maybe she just wanted something more tangible to risk her life for, something to reassure her that her death wouldn't be in vain. The captain said it was probably just her getting over sentimental, but in any case, that's how she ended up. You know, she told me something just before we all said our individual goodbyes to her. She told me that in her final moments she was thinking about her family and that childhood friend. The thing is, one of her little sisters was a member of the whiskey unit in Operation 21st. Of course, the sister had no idea the captain was participating in the same campaign. Our identities and missions are all top secret, so there's no way anyone in the IJF would know that Captain Isumi was involved. But she was actually grateful for that. She said it would allow her sister to fight without having to worry about another family member's safety. This is just me speculating, but I think the reason she volunteered manually to detonate the Susanoo was to increase the odds of her sister surviving. Obviously, that doesn't change the fact that she did it to keep the Susanoo out of enemy hands. But when she shot down the possibility of a rescue attempt, I think it was because she'd already decided to destroy Sadodoshima's hive in order to save the people she loved. Kashiwagi was the same way, but I think the captain did what she did because she knew it would fulfill not only the mission but her personal wishes as well. In that sense, she really was an extraordinary person.
そなたの言う通りだ。私は泉大尉にもっと教えを請いたかった。
Yeah, me too. I think that's about the only thing we needed that she couldn't do for us. Though if she were here right now, I'm sure she'd just yell at us for complaining and tell us to figure it out ourselves.
そうだな。そなたの尊敬は大尉にこそふさわしい。
That's not true. I'll respect anyone who surpasses me in some way. That's why I think you're extraordinary too. You might not think so highly of yourself, but the fact remains that all the stuff you've done so far has given me good cause to respect you. And you have a duty and obligation to ensure that my respect isn't misplaced. Remember that? It's exactly what you said to me when I lost my shit after Sergeant Jinguji's death.
まさかこのようなタイミングでその言葉が自分に返ってこようとはな。
She did. He gotcha, didn't I?
まったく、そなたは執念深い男だ。
Oh, trust me, I've got a lot more of your little inspirational quotes. Where that one came from, better watch out.
肝に銘じておこう。
Ha ha ha.
ところでタケル、
Huh?
そなたは今何を理由に戦っているのだ。
Huh? Me?
人類の勝利だけでは戦えなくなったという先ほどの話、続きがあるのであろう。
Oh yeah, I guess I didn't.
工学のために聞かせてくれ。
Blah, this isn't gonna be easy to explain, but oh well, I guess. Well, like the captain, I'm still fighting to protect the Earth and all of mankind. That much hasn't changed. But in my case, with the 12-5 incident and everything that came afterwards, it was pretty obvious that wasn't gonna be enough. So now I found a long-term goal to work towards even after we win this war, and a tangible short-term motive as well.
人類の勝利の先にあるものか。どのようなことだ。
Well, this might be a little vague, but basically, I want to fix everything I've broken and regain the things I've once held dear. That's pretty vague if you don't know the context. There's no way that's gonna be enough to convey the message to her, but I can't go into any more detail.
では、そなたが戦う身近な理由は何だ。
Remember that girl I told you about before, the one who was involved in my special mission?
ああ、あの時はすまなかった。
Well, you're gonna meet her shortly. It's fine, dude. I'm not even upset about it. Besides, you're gonna meet her soon enough anyway. Basically, completing that special mission is my short-term objective.
なるほど。
I just can't go into any details at the moment.
当然であろう。気にするでない。
Still, I'm sorry.
特殊任務を達成し、人類を救い、壊してしまったもの、失われてしまった大切なものを取り戻す。
Yep.
か。よくわからぬが、そなたらしいスケールの大きさだな。
Just you wait and see. I'm not just all talk.
頼もしいな。そなたにこれ以上遅れを取らぬよう、私も早く見つけないとな。
Alright, then I'm gonna work my ass off to make sure I never fall behind the rest of you either.
さて、長居してしまったな。
Little bit.
そうだ。
Go to bed, it's late. You got some training tomorrow. Oh yeah?
実は先ほど、神宮寺軍曹の墓標を正面ゲートの桜並木
Better
に移したのだ。
Huh?
軍曹一人では寂しいであろうと皆で話し合ってな。
Gotcha. Well, thanks for telling me because I was planning on visiting her right after this.
そなたならそうするであろうと思ったのでな。
Thanks again.
ではな。
Later. I hope what I told Mia might help her find her own personal reason. But for now, I guess all that matters is that she's moving forward.
待て、どこ行く？
Who is that? Who is that? I have no idea. But you're gonna have to find out next episode since we're running a little long here. Sounds like a new character. We don't really hear guy voices like ever, so exciting stuff. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode. A little chill episode, but we know it's not that crazy soonish with Operation 20, so we take the chill episodes when we can, right?